Russian.
Russian. Well, that explains it. And obviously never get any farming done if this is the quality there. Come on. Is Russia flat or something?
No. That's why they use mostly glass nowadays.
This has got no class whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why they use glass.
According to skim through the Wikipedia article, blah blah blah, Russell Mash, Russian, I can't pronounce that, agriculture company, blah 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 blah. 2007 they took control of Bula Enterprises of Winnipeg, Canada, producing the Canadian-built Versatile tractor, which would be the Versatile one that looks like the Russell Mash.
Yeah.
Okay, note to self, don't get that either. If this is anything to go by.
Well, the Rostmask combines are actually pretty good, so...
Maybe too good for the tractor.
Also, JJ, you're saying your tractor had the bale carrier. I'm pretty sure that was because you were trying to avoid having to use the Schmetterlings last time.
Yeah. I remembered that after I bought it.
Forgiving my
Down
pronunciation.
here. Down here, by the way. Not after I bought it. I bought it last week, but after I bought it down here. Oops. Okay, I've moved on from spilling me coffee having myself to my drink. Apparently I needed a day transition to do that. Which some people might be a bit confused about that comment. So when I did ETS this week, 2 days ago, twice I managed to spill coffee on my shirt trying to drink it. Since then I went to speech therapy and learnt to shut my mouth and not talk while I'm drinking. And yeah, maybe I need to go back because now I just did it with my other drink and not my coffee this time. Luckily the drink's the same colour as my shorts. And my shorts are a bit older than the shirt, which was brand new, that I ended up putting coffee stains over. I'm going to reset that and set you up for that. There we go. Almost done.
The silage bale wrapper didn't take the biggest version of the bales, right?
That is correct.
So in order to avoid having more than half a bale left over again this time, I'm going to try the medium-sized bales then. Let's see if that works.
I'm just taking this opportunity to save the game.
Which, funnily enough, resulted in near no perceivable pause.
Yep.
Oh, I see DJ's getting a bit of interest with a bit of leasing.
Yeah, I've had to resort to leasing to move a stupid tractor.
DJ is very, very quiet.
Yeah, to move a track. Why? What's wrong with it?
Wasn't looking where I was going and fell in the culvert.
Did you try the diff locks to get it out?
I didn't know what.
You know you can just reset it, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing. You could have tried the diff locks first and then resetting it. Diff lock, you number 7, number 8 on your numpad, but control 7 and control 8, and that'll give you diff locks. That'll get you out of most sticky situations.
Most.
Oh, please say at the end of this that the contract is done. How much more have I got to go? 98%. 98%. Warning, 99%.
do not look away from the nozzle.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you. Hang on. Is this might be the field that I borrowed this from, so maybe no. But what I will do quickly. Why won't you let me scroll? Oh, because I was all the way down the bottom anyway. I'm going to save the game because I ain't doing that again. It's taken me so long to do this already. What's the other field I'm doing? Well, that's handy, isn't it? Right next door.
Oh, I have a beta where I can't change the size of the bale.
I'll probably
That's
come
right.
out the middle size one anyway. As it likes to do.
And why does that activate again?
Oh, come on, you're on the flat.
But the ground is so tough.
I'm currently cultivating flypaper. Never again,
Wow.
never am I going to use, even if there's a contract with this in it, I don't care. If it's the last contract and we have to use it, I ain't touching it. I'm going to leave it to one of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, by the looks of it, I would be faster doing it with my small cultivator.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Actually, I might try that. Oh, he gave me a heart attack again, game. Right, this time I'll leave my, where is my, wasting time here. Yeah, I should leave it here right in the middle of the way of everyone. That sounds like a good plan, actually. Alright, get off my tractor. You off? Good. Right. No, since it's got no auto drive. Field 69, which is where, yeah. Set destination to... That'll do. Can you go down there? Yep, right.
Okay, yeah, after I did the whole sugar beet harvest in 69, that took a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had to do it for 36 and that took a while too.
Whoops, I was reading chat. I missed a bit. Yeah, no, you got to use your headlights when it rains in ETS. And at night too, at a certain time. It doesn't matter if it's still daylight out. I think it's... Well, I'm not exactly sure because it's at different times I get the ticket. But I think I generally go with 6 p.m. Oh, they were on. Yeah.
High beams, maybe?
No, you don't get a ticket for high beam. It's weird.
None
No,
of the other...
In Germany, you can get a ticket for high beams.
Lights.
I'm talking about the game.
Running around.
For HES, ETS, I would have figured high beams would be, at the very least, other traffic will, be like, hey, beep beep, you're a fool, but...
Yeah, they do. They flash you if you've got high beams on, but I have high beams on all the time. And don't get a ticket. But normally, I've only ever got a ticket because they weren't on while it was raining. If it was dark, never because they were on. I have them on all the time. When you watch my streams this week, Toasty...
Oh, you're talking ETS, right?
Yep. Yeah, so when you're watching my streams, I have the lights on at night, obviously, but I never turn them off. So even though I'm driving during the day, most of the time they're still on, and most of the time the high beam's on as well. And you would have seen me never once got a ticket for having them on. But yeah, I've always had a ticket for having them off at night, like past 6 p.m. or before 8 a.m. I think it is, even though you don't need them on and it's light out. But yeah, I've been given tickets for it. Right, has my other tractor made it here yet? I was wondering what's going to be finished first, me doing this with this crappy tractor or John's fantastic AI, let's go somewhere coding. Because I'm going to see if my 207 horsepower, I think it is, tractor, there she is going to pull this a lot easier than this 360 odd, I think it is, and this as well. It's quite redonkulous.
Well, that's got a CVT versus a manual, probably. Which is kind of funny because as a bit of an automotive, well, not so much nerd or buff, but a fan, I look at CVTs in cars going, ugh, those things. But I look at them in tractors going, oh, yes, please.
Even if when I use this one and I can only put it, say, at 10 kilometers an hour, it'd still be quicker than doing it with this. Because I generally go all the way down to 0 when I'm going up the hill. Thanks, Russell Mash. It cost me $28 getting someone to drive my tractor down here.
Yeah, and we saw that $28 just float away.
That's a whole lot of cheeseburgers.
That's not even 28 cheeseburgers.
For me it is. Because they're $1 each.
Good old Macca's penny pincher menu.
Yep.
Yeah, but even on the Macca's penny pincher menu, a cheeseburger costs €1.29, which is about $1.50.
Wow. Pretty sure that's $1 here as well. It's just been so long since I've... But then again, they're a lot smaller than they used to be.
Same with the Big Macs.
Oh, Big Macs used to be really big. Now they're not so Big Macs.
They're like normal Macs. Now I can get ones with chicken inside of them instead of meat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've been around for ages.
Yeah.
Why is one of JJ's tractors parked next to field 18?
Because it's tired and needed a rest.
Ah, makes sense.
Actually, that's a good proper burger. The pounder.
Which one?
No. The pounder. So you got quarter pounder, double quarter pounder. I've had it. The pounder.
Have you had the triple?
No, the pounder was double quarter pounder.
That's a hard stopper for ya.
Isn't a double quarter pounder just a half pounder?
Yeah, but I've had a 1 pounder, and so I was like, you won't finish that. I managed to finish it, and I went back for a McChicken to get the taste of oil out of my mouth.
Well, we got the gourmet burgers for McDonald's, and the patties and those are bigger than the quarter pounders.
Yeah, they're
the Angus.
And Angus beef. Yeah, Angus beef as well.
The ones in the quarter pounders are 4-to-1. They're slightly smaller.
Although that being said, every once in a blue moon, I'm like, you know what? I could go for just a cheeseburger. No onion, no pickle, just simple little cheeseburger, and it's not even a bite-sized snack, but it's good.
When they brought those Angus burgers out, I got the opportunity to test them first. I used to do that every now and then. I still do, but not anymore because when I was living in Auckland, I used to get it all the time. I used to get a lot of free stuff. When they changed the recipe for the Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate, you got to test about 3 or 4 different recipes that they were going to try and change it to. And same with when Coke, when they brought out the using that sativa plant or whatever, the sugar.
Oh, stevia sweetener, yep.
Yeah, and
I did not like that.
oh, I tell you what, mate, the Coke wasn't that nice, and I never ever was a fan of Diet Coke, but Diet Coke was so good with that in it. way better than the normal Coke. But yeah, I got to go to McDonald's and try out all the new Angus burgers that they wanted to bring out, all the gourmet burgers and all that.
Chef's range or chef select, whatever they want to call it.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, because I got a mate that works for the Coke factory over in my local city, and when they tried to introduce the stevia, sour, something, I don't know. Essentially, it's a sugar that's more sweet than sugar itself, so that way they can use it in lower concentration, and therefore it's less sugar, therefore better for you. And I was like, yeah, but it's not actually sugar, so I just no.
Yeah, and stevia has another not so fun effect. It's a very strong diuretic.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know that either. I just know it's a high concentration of sugar in a plant, a better sugar, because obviously, in case people don't know, the biggest killer of your liver is sugar.
Eh.
And
me whistles in sugarcane rum.
yeah. So yeah, not only does it cause diabetes, it's actually the #1 cause of your liver damage. Because you need your liver, that's the one that keeps you clean and mean. And it's probably why there's a lot more cancer about these days than there was way back when, because there was less sugar around. And that way the body could fight it. And filter it out with a big liver. And then obviously what happens is when your liver starts sort of dying inside, it creates this other thing that also causes harm to the body and the liver. So obviously if it doesn't work, this is my theory, if it doesn't work properly, I reckon that's why cancers and stuff in the body, I think the body can cure any ailment basically, well for the most part anyway, but obviously you need clean blood for that to send the oxygen and all that kind of stuff through it. But if it's also got toxins and because your liver's dying and can't fully filter it properly, then
Everything to a balance, because I know it's not strictly healthy, but once in a blue moon I'm like, okay, I need to go to Subway, I need to get my chicken with salad and extra beetroot, because that's just vitamins I don't get otherwise.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much all I go for Subway. Pretty much just the extra vitamins that I don't get.
That and beetroot on chicken is good. Anyone else that says otherwise is probably one of those like Hawaiian hating pizza people.
I don't normally get beetroot on mine.
yuck. Stand beetroot.
I don't normally take the pineapple off the pizza anyway, so what's,
It wouldn't be a Hawaiian pizza if you did.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had that argument with a coworker where I was sitting down in the office and I'm like, someone's like, oh, we should order a pizza for the weekend. I'm like, yeah, okay, there's only 2 types of pizza in the world, meat lovers and Hawaiian. And they're going, pineapple. And with 5 people present, that person was by themselves by hating pineapple on pizza. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're in the minority here.
That's awesome.
That's what it makes Hawaiian.
So good.
Yeah, I've had people like, because I was talking to, there was a, let's wait for it. There's a Brazilian restaurant in my city that does essentially meat off the kebab. So people will literally walk around with like a full rotisserie kebab full of like, lamb and beef and pork and all sorts. And they also do like sliced pineapple. And so I was like, oh, hot pineapple, yuck. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This thing was brilliant.
Exactly, it actually is.
One of the best KFC burgers I used to have, which they don't do anymore, Works Burger, came with a pineapple ring on it.
Yeah, it came up with a ring of pineapple.
And it was so good.
You can get that from Red Rooster.
Yeah, see, for some reason I know it's dumb. Toast Hawaii, love it. Pizza Hawaii, hate that garbage.
Well, that was a conversation stopper, wasn't it? We don't know how to process that.
Yeah.
No.
And I
Well,
know
he
it
was
makes
saying
no sense, but yeah.
I was hearing it as toast have I, and I'm like, oh, what are you, something British?
So, I don't know if it's made me do this any quicker. I've got a consistent speed, at least, with this track, with the little fella here. Or the medium fella, but, yeah. The best I can do is about 6 kilometres an hour. And so I don't know if I've made it worse, or it's exactly, it feels exactly the same speed, actually. Look at this, it's almost night time. I started this, what, I think
Started
it
this
was
3 times.
5
Yeah,
in-game
yeah.
hours.
That's hella long.
Yeah, actually, I'm starting to think that the other one was a little bit quicker, actually. Still annoying.
You know what I meant is use my own cultivator too, which is
Yeah, I knew
smaller
what you
than
meant.
the-
I knew what you meant, but my complaint wasn't about the cultivator. My complaint about the tractor that can pull this, but because of the stupid way they've got it set up and it's changing gear when it shouldn't do. And then instead of dropping down 1 gear, it goes all the way to 1 and starts all over again. I mean, if it was on manual, yeah, but then if you manually do it, then you'd keep it in the gear you know that would be perfect for it. But if it's automatic, they should have it set up so, okay, well, it needs to be this gear, it dies, go to stay into this gear so it doesn't die code. Is what they need to do.
Is it just me, or is the bale wrapping way faster than a 19?
No, it's because you're watching my stream and you're seeing how slow I'm going. It just seems everything else is faster.
Oh, okay. Sure
Watching
thing,
it,
buddy.
the arms are spinning pretty quick.
No, I don't think-
I don't know about the entire process between loading and dropping, but the actual rotisserie arms, yeah, those are hyped up a little bit.
Yeah, see, the best I can do is 6 kilometres up. The best I can do going down there is 7 kilometres. With the other one, I could at least get to 15. Double what I'm doing now, basically. Yeah, I think, yeah, when I get to the bottom, I'll grab the other tractor again. What I will do is I'll put the cruise control on, hit escape and let it game save, and so far we've been really, really good, haven't we? I think this is the longest we've gone today without it
Yeah.
freezing, so
Gotcha.
hopefully...
Could be that mod conflicting with something else.
Well, I didn't do it while I was using it in single player, so it's definitely a multiplayer issue. Not correctly set up for multiplayer just yet, so hopefully Stefan gets onto it and people will notice this and let him know. I could, if I remembered me login details for GitHub.
Well, I'm interested to see if the Giants public issue tracker decides to respond to my bug report. Because it's like, hey, look at all bugs. Nothing to show except for the one that I submitted. I'm like, so is this actually public, or is there literally nobody using this service?
I put one in and it didn't show up.
Like, it shows up for me, the one that I reported, which was the entry-level Landini tractor. You can option to take away the front PTO, which was funny because you option it away, save $3,000 on the price, and you can go to your garage and add it back on for free. And that's without mods or anything other adjustments. But the issue is when you take it away, it replaces it with the standard little, ring and pin hitch. And if you attach a trailer to it, it behaves as if the 3-point PTO full setup is still there. So it works, but it's like you got a phantom hitch that doesn't exist. So it's like, it's a motorbike, it's not going to blow anything up, everything behaves itself, it doesn't, roll the tractor over or do anything crazy. But that's been nearly a week and no response. Come on, guys.
The one I put up didn't show up publicly, but I could see it as a ticket that I put in. I've had another bug after the... Well, I don't know if it was because of the patch. No, what are you doing? I don't want you to go that direction. I want you to go straight. Oh, it's got that 15-degree thing on it, hasn't it? Because why does it come out 15 degrees standard now? Yeah, other one it came out 45. Thank you. Yeah, I had a contract in my solo game, and I was using a John Deere tractor.
That's your problem.
Yeah, and that was problem number one. And I was trying to hook up. I was doing a cotton harvesting job, and I was trying to hook up that single bale pickup trailer thing, and it wouldn't let me do it with me. Wouldn't hook up. I couldn't use Q. I couldn't use the my shifter that I got the assigned to gear 1 assigned to attach. Wouldn't use it. Until I went in and got rid of all the gear assignments for the actual gears and the key bindings. Once I did that, it worked. Yeah, I should have stuck with this tractor. I mean, it's still useless, but at least the other tractor's got an excuse. It doesn't have the power to run this cultivator. This doesn't have an excuse. It has plenty of power to run this cultivator, so it shouldn't be doing what it's doing. Get a good run up. Oh, now it slows down. What's the point of that? Why am I going to 8 kilometers? I'm going downhill. I'm going to keep complaining until it's fixed. Second gear. Just stay in second gear.
New to Farming Simulator 2024. We have an intern changing the gears for you.
That's staying in second gear. I spoke too soon. See? It should go right at a certain amount of revs. Like it doesn't trucking sim. At a certain amount of revs, it'll automatically drop down one gear. It won't go all the way back down to the start like this one does.
Yeah, I do notice it's a bit keen to jump ratios a bit, especially something like a truck where it's we got 16 speed or 4 speed, whatever it is. So it's like, hey, you got a full trailer in the back and we're about to roll forwards. Let's start in fourth. I'm like, yeah, no, let's just get it rolling first.
I'd have a talk to this tractor, but I don't think it's got any torque whatsoever.
Well, look at the bright side. You won't be cheated by it because it can't even twist your arm.
Hmm. It's funny because it's true. If I grabbed the fan belt in this thing, I'd actually stop the engine. Oh, come on.
Actually, no, come think about it. It's Russian design. It relies on manual labour.
The two blokes pushing it are extra accessories you got to pay more for. It reminds me of that Hale and Pace skit where they had that Russian skit of a police chase. 2 larders, and they were chasing bank robbers, and the bank robbers were in a larder and the cops were in a larder, and there was 3 bank robbers and 2 of them were pushing it, and the 2 cops, one of the cops was pushing the other larder. Having a high-speed chase. Not that I'm trying to say larders are terrible. I actually am saying larders are terrible.
I don't know, it's not neither. It's like a more clunky version of the Suzuki Jimny. Sierra, sorry, I'm thinking. They keep changing names. Jimny, Sierra, or if you're in America, it's a Samurai.
Oh, I should clarify,
never
that's my own personal opinion, and as always, I'm alright. Oh, this is just painful. I think I'm going to go cheer myself up. I'm going to find some pins to poke myself with. That'll be less painful than this. Oh, you know what? This is the first time I've actually noticed the sunset and the colour of the sky. Oh, come on, Patrio, give us a push, would you?
I was gonna say, as you get off the accelerator and you come to a dead halt.
Just run behind the tractor, hold down Alt, and just keep running.
Pick the collar out of the ground in front. Oh, actually, that was the other funny hack one that I've seen. Some guy put a combine harvester on the back of a load loader, set the harvester going, and drove the truck through the field with the harvester sitting on the back of the load loader, and the tolerances was enough for the harvester to collect the crop, but it wasn't restricted because the harvester was technically doing 0 kilometers per hour. The truck was towing it along at 40. So this guy just harvested his field with a combine on the back of the truck.
That's hilarious.
The part that gets me is I'm like, who thinks of this sort of stuff?
The Russians.
I think it was America or some different Reddit, but it just surprised me. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, there's combines. You know, we haven't got any, you know, Stevie 14 kilometer hour combines, and we're stuck doing 10. You know, to heck with that noise.
Actually, I wonder if that mod's going to come out, the variable speed thing. Is that your final answer?
No, just a guess.
That and what was the other one? Oh, horse helper, actually. I was just going to try out the horses to see what they're like in this, if they were just as pointless as they were in 19. But no one's popped out a horse helper yet, which was one of the first mods that LS actually popped out. So maybe no one's using the horses, because obviously no one's sort of asked for it. And the modder can't even be bothered just converting it over.
Well, the horse helper mod on his own got rather pointless after Global Company showed up, no?
Well, it was them that did it. They just put it into Global Company. It was theirs in the first place. Same guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with the extendables, and it was one of the guys from the LS Mod Company. Kevin, what's his name? He was the one that originally did the caster, I think, as well. Caster production in 17, 15, because you had the two of them. He did his own ones, the caster one, as well as working with the LS Mod Company one, which was, what was it called in 17? I forget what it was called in 17 now. Because the Global Company was the one they changed it to. I see that also in the Giants patch, so under known issues is apparently, I don't find it, I wouldn't class it as an issue myself, but they do apparently, getting a bit too much crop left over from certain contracts. Oh yes, yes, yes. Get out of it. Run away from it.
You're done with the contract, I'm guessing?
Hell yeah. Good riddance. Right, where's me other tractor? I better take that back to where it needs to go.